it could even be like a fighting movie where he's played like a king or something like along those lines. So anything along those lines, that's what I'm looking to get into.
Now, as far as like getting those roles, does it matter where it's like small theater, small like independent film, big film? Like where do you see yourself in that area?
Well, I'll say first, I wouldn't object to doing, independent films and, maybe smaller theater, because a lot of these films, that's where they got their start anyway. Even some of the directors or some of the actors. So continuing to, perfect your craft and get better, and maybe you're thrown in a situation you've never been in, that's a better opportunity than just getting thrown into a big film and you've never acted before, or had that level of experience. So I would never say like, no, I wouldn't do those things, because you don't know who you can meet, you don't know where the connection can be for the next thing you're trying to get into, and that can prepare you for where you're trying to go.
And as far as like going in that direction, who, if you have any, do you take like inspiration from, as far as like actors? It could be from basically any generation.
Man, I might go even further. I mean, I'll definitely say like, like a Sidney Poitier, definitely Denzel, definitely Will Smith. I'm a huge Tom Hanks fan as well from an acting standpoint. So just along those lines of like people like that. Obviously, I like Jim Carrey as well when I was younger. But obviously, that's more of a comedic actor. But yeah, along those lines of the people I named, the Poitiers, the Tom Hanks, the Will Smiths, the Denzels, even the Danny Glovers. Along those lines of those people, that's who I truly tend to like to study.
And do you have a particular actor that you would like to work with or be on a mentorship with?
Well, you definitely clown me about this all the time and say this is my father, but definitely like Tay Diggs for sure. Morris Chestnut. Guys that I can kind of see like my career being, or like roles that I can fill in. Like those two guys right there definitely stand out to me. Like I would love to have mentorship from those guys for sure.
And what are you currently working on right now?
Yeah, so currently, once I do get back to London, I'm going to be working on a short film. So it's like a thriller. So I can't give too many details away because it is IMDb credited. But yeah, man, that's the first thing that I'm going to be working on when I do get back to overseas. In the meantime, I'm just continuing to stay fresh, keep a few things, abreast, and just stay ready and working. But as far as now, it's definitely some short films and any more commercials that happen to come my way.
All right. And as far as like the future goes and everything, what do you see yourself doing? I ain't gonna say 5 years ago. Everybody say that. I would say within a couple of months to like next 2 years.
You said, where do I see myself? If I'm honest, by that time, I'm praying that I, do have whatever the role is. It could be featured, whatever, but I'm going to be a part of an even bigger production. I've had chances to be behind, background work and extra work, but I mean as far as I want a feature role, even if it don't got to be the first, it don't got to be the second, but it needs to be he was actually had a role in this film. So any big film, that fits something that my category for me with my acting skills, that's what I'm hoping to be. And that can be the same for, even with modeling, even bigger shows, even bigger runways. An opportunity, presents itself, I'm praying that I'm ready for it, and we'll see what happens.
And you just mentioned modeling. How did you get into that?
Man, okay, so originally I got into modeling when I stopped playing semi-professional in Spain. Before, if I'm being honest, I was not feeling modeling. Like I was like, man, I ain't built to be no modeling. Like, what can I do with modeling? Like, yeah, okay, cool, height, and all those type of things. But I was like, I don't have any idea what models really do. But once I finally did my research, kind of got my feet wet and got out into the industry and kind of, got my headshot, started doing things. Okay, cool. I can do this. I can, keep my nails manicured. I can keep, my looks up. I can stay in the gym. I can do this. Okay, this might be something that I would want to do as a part of a passion and part of my life. So I kind of fell into acting when I was in the UK. I mean, modeling, when I was in the UK. And someone was like, yo, like, you should really get into it. I said, okay, cool. Started doing it, started sending out my things. And I was in a smaller